What's going on, Pokemon Go trainers? Welcome to episode 154 of Lured Up, the podcast where we take Pokemon Go way more seriously than we do ourselves. Lured Up is part of the Pokemon Professor Network, and today is Wednesday, November 4th, 2020. I'm your host, Ken Pescator, joined by my co-host, Adam Tuttle. Adam, hey, buddy.
Hey.
Hey, buddy.
Hello.
Hey, buddy. What's up, man?
Not too much. Just,
What's going on?
living life, trying to.
What do you mean trying?
Come
on. Do or do not.
Hey.
Do or do not.
I voted. I hope everybody got out and voted. You voted.
Yes. Hell yeah, I did.
And we caught Pokemon. That's the most important.
Yeah. Voting and catching Pokemon are the two most important things to do this week.
Yeah, I used a red Pokeball, and I also used a blue Great Ball.
So you bipartisan balls.
Well, then I also used a ultra ball that was yellow and a little bit of black.
This has been an interesting week in the world of Pokemon Go. We do have some news, as usual. But this was an interesting day, specifically, because it was a very vanilla day. We'll get to that in a second. But this is what we're going to talk about this week. We have a full recap of the last week of gameplay, including the tail end of the Halloween event. We had Cubone Spotlight Hour, Darkrai, and 5-star raids, including Raid Hour. Animation Week is kicking off this Friday. We'll talk about all that. With it, there's going to be a shakeup of wild encounters, eggs, raids, all that good stuff. It's a pretty comprehensive event. Go Battle League Season 5 starts next week, and it's a doozy, and we'll talk about that in detail. We have an APK Mine of 0.191.1 that is rolled out, and oddly enough, 0.191.2 is already starting to roll out to Android, so I'm not sure what's going to be in there, but we'll talk about 191.1 in detail thanks to PokeMiners, and then we'll wrap up the show with a Lugia raid guide and battle party.
Whoop, whoop.
Whoop. All right, Adam, why don't you start with our usual event recap? Let us know how you did with the Halloween event.
I shall do that. But to start,
yay!
We can begin with the tail end of the Halloween event, because we still had more after we recorded, thankfully.
Yep.
Which ran through Tuesday, November 3rd. Ghost types were everywhere. Mega Gengar was in a sweet costume, and he was in raids. You could catch the Mega. That was probably the best part, is that people were using a shiny white Mega Gengar while raiding with them. That was awesome.
It's so sexy.
It is gorgeous.
It looks so good.
It's gorgeous.
And like that, how it's like, its hands like are flat against the ground and it kind of looks like it's sunk into the ground. Oh man. All right, continue. I'm just saying it looks fucking good.
Also, what looks good, Costume Sableye was in the wild as well. And we also got the release of Galarian Yamask in Special Research, which was awesome. But when I got it, I thought it was a shiny normal, and then I realized that it was the Galarian form and was kind of a little bit sad. But we also had Spiritomb that could be brought to you by research tasks, which were kind of intense, but they were nowhere to be found. After we recorded, I could not find any. I found one, and it was in the last 3 hours.
So, but before you go on here, I want to give a shout out to JT Valor. So, I love JT Valor's content. I've been watching it like fucking crazy lately. He's like an incredible grinder, and he had his sights set on Shiny Spiritomb. This motherfucker found 172 Spiritomb quests, and he finally got the shiny. After 172 fucking quests. But his videos, he's like, all right, we've got 3 quests, ready to go. Check, check, check. Nope. All right. And then he would cut, and then to the next time, 3 more quests. Bam, bam, bam. Spiritomb. Like, I probably only found a dozen of them or something like that. Now, granted, I wasn't like going out focused to just find those quests, but, I would go out for the day and play in Red Bank. There's 40, 50, 60 stops, unique stops that I'm spinning over the course of the day, and I didn't find shit. Maybe a dozen of them. So JT, man, shout to you for going so fucking hard. And it's like amazing because he would start the day in the morning, and then it's like it's midnight and he's like, I'm finally home, and he's like so shot out. But it's like, what a fucking grind.
You got to get some rest, man.
It was insane. But no, they were definitely few and far between. But go ahead.
And then also we still had Darkrai and 5-star raids, which was set off with its final legendary raid hour today, which was awesome because I got a shiny.
Nice.
Yeah, today was the 4th. So goodbye, Darkrai. To spice up the event, we also had a Alolan Marowak raid day on Halloween, as well as the Go Battle League Halloween Cup, which was awesome. And I loved this Halloween Cup. Absolutely loved it.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun.
But yeah, all that wrapped up yesterday. And then we had Cubone with Double Stardust in the Spotlight Hour. I did not catch a shiny, but I didn't really care. I was streaming, so it wasn't like my focus. But I caught a bunch. I caught one that was decent.
What were you most excited about over the week?
I was so excited when my game turned over and I had all my basic spawns because I was like, man, I get to look at this Caterpie, this Pidgey, this Weedle, and then also, because my house spawns are just absolutely insane sometimes, there was a Bagon. And I was like, that's such a cool mix. Like I have these common Pokemon and a rare one.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a minute. That's what I mentioned at the top of the show. Like this was we had this little vanilla period between the end of the Halloween event and then we have the animation week kicking off on Friday, but we have this weird interim where we had nothing going. And we'll talk about that in a minute. But yeah, it did bring some interesting spawns, which are our normal basic-ass biome spawns, but there's just always a fucking event going on, so we never get to see, our regular old spawns. So it was kind of cool to see that. But what about, so you didn't get the shiny Gengar costume, right?
No, I did not, and I'm very sad about that. But there's always next year.
Yeah, I didn't get that either. I didn't get the Sableye. We're really bummed about that. I was really trying for, the costume Pikachu at least. I didn't do much, or if any, of the costume starters. I got a couple in the GBL rewards, things like that, but I didn't really get any fucking shinies, and I didn't mind because there was just so much to do. But I really, really wanted that shiny Gengar with the costume, but it didn't. It just didn't happen for me at all. But Halloween Cup, I did a bunch of matches, and I really enjoyed it. I think that the community was pretty happy with the Halloween Cup overall.
Yeah, it was well received.
Yeah. Everyone seemed to enjoy it, and it was cool to have, the first time a limited meta. So that was really interesting. But like you were saying, and I'll kind of, lead this into Animation Week, it was today and part of tomorrow will be completely vanilla. There's no events going on. So the wild encounter pool, like you were saying, reverted back to the natural biomes. Weather-based spawns, were much more prevalent too because they're not being overrun by event spawns. And, we've said it before, but it's kind of fun to see Pidgey in the wild. Shout to Pidgey Grandpa. But, it's where were the Pidgeys? The Pidgeys have been missing for so long. And it's I caught 10 of them today.
South. They flew south.
I'm the Pidgeys are back. I go, this is awesome. We've got actual basic ass spawns. So I really enjoyed that. Now, we've talked in past weeks where we were saying all these events, would that make it boring to play the game when there's nothing going on? Now, I think that they did this at the perfect time, right in the middle of the week, and coming out of an exciting event, coming into an exciting event, but midweek, you still had Raid Hour, so we still had Darkrai, but we had our basic natural biome spawns. I think it was the perfect time to do it. I think if they keep it limited to 1 or 2 days where there's nothing going on, that would be acceptable for the community. And it also gives us a little time to breathe between events if we did want to take a break. So
right, and it feels like such a needed break, and it's I can put down the phone and not be stressed out about missing out on anything. I mean, I did pick up my phone today. on my break, and I caught a shiny Tauros.
Wild?
Wild. Straight wild.
Oh, nice. Full odds shinies are the fucking best. It's so great. Even though I caught a full odds Patrat, and I wasn't too excited about that. But no, full odds shinies are great. But Tauros is a good one, man, because it's so bright. Like that slaps you in the face when you catch it. It's
exactly.
cool.
And it's like, I want to trade that for another regional.
Yeah, hell yeah, definitely. That'd be awesome. But tomorrow, the 5th, we have Go Battle Night. This was rescheduled 3 times. So now it's finally happening, hopefully. And the associated Flying Cup. Now, this is like in that weird time between when we record and when we release the show. So we won't actually be able to talk about our own experiences with it. And again, we're not there yet. We're talking about the future at this point. But I don't think you have to do 100 Flying Cup battles. I believe you're still going to have access to Great, Ultra, Master, and Master Premier. So if you wanted to do 100 fucking Master League battles tomorrow, I think you can. But I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure you can. But it's going to be amazing to see some of the streams on Twitch. I know people are like really excited to like do all these fucking battles. There's going to be a lot of marathon streams tomorrow, which is really cool. Just for the record, I'm totally going to be running a basic bitch-ass line, Aerodactyl, Mantine, and Altaria. That's just what I'm fucking bringing for Flying Cup. Like, basic as hell, no spice at all. It's going to be bland. That's what I'm bringing.
I don't even know what I'm bringing. Can I bring Delibird? Does he actually fly?
There's actually a pretty diverse pool of Pokemon you could use. There's 5 or 6 Pokemon that you're probably going to see about 80% of the time, and then you get about 20% spice. But just check out PV Poke. He's got all the shit up there.
All right, I'll do that.
All right, but this is going to lead us into Animation Week, which is going to start on Friday the 6th, the day this podcast releases, at 8 a.m. through November 12th, which will feature encounters and other content inspired by Pokemon Journeys. We're going to have World Cat Pikachu in the wild, along with Bulbasaur, Execute, Cubone, Scyther, Dratini, and Cyndaquil. We have Aeroblast Lugia in 5-star raids. We'll talk about that in a minute. Pokemon like Ivysaur, Pinsir, Snorlax, and Golurk will be in other raids, the 1 and 3-star. Pichu, Mantike, Riolu, and Cubone in 7K eggs. Now, again, Cubone just being featured all over the place. I don't know why, but whatever. We're also going to have timed research. Go from Pokemon Journeys, the character Go, G-O-H, will be photobombing, and you're also going to have some free items of Go-inspired avatar stuff in the shop. So that's all Animation Week. And there might not be anything too groundbreaking about this event. Like, there's no new Pokemon being released, no new shinies, nothing like that. However, it does offer a bunch of different areas of gameplay, which I think was very successful for Niantic in the Halloween event, and they're kind of carrying that over here. So you've got stuff happening in the wild, in raids, in eggs. There's just a lot going on. Nothing too groundbreaking, but there's a lot to do. So I think that this is going to be another successful event. Anything stand out to you here? Like, anything you're looking forward to? Are you going to go for like the World Cap Shiny Pikachu?
I already have that.
Oh, you did get it. That's
yes.
right. That's right. We'll catch another so you can trade it to me. Lucky.
I'm interested in seeing what the research will bring. And I guess just the pictures of Go. Because, like,
the photo bombs.
Yeah, I think that'll be like a nice touch, And I just want to see how they put him in the actual game. Is it going to be his animated style, or is it going to be like a Go rework?
Like the way Jesse and James were kind of characterized. Interesting. I didn't even think of that.
Well,
That's
we'll know
one.
tomorrow. Or, well, not tomorrow. Yep. When this comes out. We'll know.
And the timed research I am looking forward to. I love timed research. I think that's one of the coolest features in the game. So I can't wait to check that out. I always enjoy that a lot.
Yeah,
so,
I love getting a little bit stressed out at the end when it's like, oh man, I need to hit that one excellent throw, or I need to catch another 2 Pokemon to get this completed. I didn't even realize it.
See, whenever there's any timed research, I fucking go bonkers early on because I'm like, I just got to get this done. And I typically will work really, really hard on it right away. And then that way I can get it done and then breathe a little bit. That's typically how I roll. I know, Adam, you've come down to the wire a couple times with timed research, right? Like where you're
Yeah, I
like
mean,
right
sometimes
at
I'm
the
distracted
end.
and like I actually, do a lot at work and I forget to pick up my phone for a little while.
Oh, what a good worker.
Right? No, I love what I do. So
That's animation week. So plenty going on over the next week to do. And we're gonna get to the Lugia raid guide and battle party at the end of the show. But Lugia and raids, that's gonna be exciting. I mean, Darkrai was here for a while and did really well. People were pretty excited to raid it, and I think that Lugia is gonna be more of the same.
I am
So I
not
think people are
too
really
excited.
gonna like that. Well, you have the shinies already, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I just feel
A lot of
like
people need
Lugia's
that shiny.
come out a couple times, so it's like,
it absolutely has. But now we have Aeroblast.
It's been around a couple of times. That's all.
Yes. But we do have some pretty big news, significant news regarding Go Battle League.
There's a lot of it.
We knew that Go Battle League Season 5 was going to be funky. It was going to kind of be its own little thing. It was going to be a departure from what we've seen in Seasons 1 through 4. And then they finally put up a blog post kind of detailing all the stuff about Season 5, and we do have a lot to get through here. So, Adam, why don't
I will
you
run through it as quick as possible.
Well, don't worry about going too quick. Let's get through it because
I got to push the NOS button and
a lot of points
get it into gear.
Too soon, Junior. All
right, so Season 5 of the Go Battle League will be kicking off on Monday, November 9th. It has the battler community like chomping at the bit, getting excited.
Yeah.
Buzzing, if you will, like a comb bee.
For better or for worse. They're buzzing.
Niantic previously told us that this season was going to be different, like Ken alluded to, and they weren't lying. To start, we will not have MMR determining your rank. Instead, wins will solely dictate rank. So you can't tank yourself just to skyrocket.
Right.
This is something that the battler community is excited to try out. In an even bigger departure to the norm, we're not going to see the Great Ultra or the Master League or even the Premier Cup. Instead, we'll have 3 all-new limited Meta Cups. That I'm excited for.
This, are you?
I'm excited.
You might be alone. No. Go.
I'm the
let's
only
talk
one.
about these cups.
You just like see a tumbleweed roll across the microphone. First, we're going to have the Little Cup from the 9th through the 16th, which is a 500 CP limit cup, and only Pokemon that have not evolved once are eligible. To clarify, that means that Pichu is eligible, but not Pikachu.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So the Pokemon has to be able to evolve. So like single stage Pokemon like, Skarmory will not be eligible. So it would have to be Pokemon that can evolve but haven't. And if there's a baby form, it would have to be that original baby form, not, you can't catch a wild Pikachu and use it. It would have to be Pichu.
Yeah, this is definitely interesting and built for a more casual crowd, which is pretty cool. And it's going to be interesting to see if battlers invest Stardust, second moves, and TMs to this cup. I don't know if I would. Definitely just TMs. TMs are okay, but second move?
You're not going to have to use a lot of Stardust. Yes, that's where the investment's going to be questionable. It's like people are going to want to win. You have to win to rank up. So,
All right, so moving on.
It's going to be an interesting one.
We have the Kanto Cup, which runs from the 16th through the 23rd. This is a 1,500 CP limit cup, is only open to Pokemon with the dex numbers between 1 and 151. That means that certain Alolan and Galar form Pokemon that do share Kanto dex number will be eligible. So take a note for that. This is pretty straightforward and should be accessible to many since Kanto Pokemon fill up all your storage. Because who doesn't want a million shiny Charmanders? Finally, we have the Catch Cup, which has the battler community split, with many on social making it clear that they don't like it. This is another 1,500 CP cup. It's only going to be open to Pokemon caught during the Season 5 window, meaning after November 9th at 1 p.m. PST. So this means that all Pokemon you have invested in previously will not be eligible. So only your current catches count. I honestly love this. And mythicals are also banned. But I love this. Yeah. I love this so much because it really limits. But I understand I understand where battlers are going to get iffy because certain Pokemon are in certain areas. So depending on where you live, you have access to different Pokemon, different moves, different parties.
Doesn't that make it more like a real Pokemon battle? You're coming from
Yeah.
Kanto.
No, it
You're
does.
coming
It
from
does.
Unova. So I love it for those reasons too. Now, I'll speak for the battlers here. So you've got a couple different perspectives. You have some that are positive on this, saying PvP is not accessible to new players. It requires so much investment. You have to find the Pokemon, get one with good IVs, get the Stardust, power it up, get the second move, do all this shit. This eliminates all that. This is saying you have to use what you get after the 9th. So it is what it is. Levels the playing field.
Do you think we're going to have some sort of marker like how the Pokemon are blue in the day one recent COTS? Do you think that they're going to be like all purple or something that are going to indicate that they're usable for this cup?
I don't know, but I recommended up to Niantic that they add a search filter for each of these cups because they're very specific. So there is search strings that you could use, like for baby cup, like our little cup, minus 500 CP. You know what I mean? There's ways you could look at it. I think it would be awesome if there was a search filter, or you could type little cup or Kanto cup or catch cup, and it would show you the eligible stuff. I think that would make it a hell of a lot easier, because going in and saying, you have to look at the dates of all your Pokemon, it's going to be a total fucking pain in the ass. So it'll be interesting to see how they do that. But I hope there's some indicator to make it easier to identify this. But anyway, all right. So you have those battlers that say this is cool because it kind of layers the levels the playing field, makes it more accessible to more people. I like that as well. But then you have people saying, okay, now that the Pokemon that I've had for a year, that I've invested in, that I've dumped all my Stardust into, that I've, TM'd and added the second move, I can't use it. So now I have to do that again with a new Pokemon that I may not ever use again because it doesn't have the ideal IVs, since I'm forced to only use what's fresh. So you have a lot of battlers that are upset about that, saying that this is way too expensive and not worth it. I don't know how I feel about that. I think it's the other way around. But what I really like here is this gives me vibes of like a TCG pre-release tournament, where you show up at the pre-release tournament, you get a handful of boosters, you open up the boosters, and you build your deck with what you get out of those boosters. It's definitely a complete paradigm shift. I dig this. I really, really dig it. But many are just saying that it's not worth the investment because you already have the good one that's built and spec'd perfectly for Great League. But you got to remember, this isn't Great League.
But these cups have fun. Literally,
right? But
have fun.
But that's the But is it worth the investment to have fun? These battlers, not all of them are in it for the fun. Some of them are in it for fucking fame and glory.
It's a good time to step back, look at the game for what it is. It is a game. Have fun. Treat yourself to relaxing battles that aren't dictated by who switched the fastest and did this and did that. Like, you're all going in with little teeny tiny Pokemon you just caught. Just have fun. I think that's a fantastic idea. I just think the competitive Pokemon Go battler community is not going to be aligned with that. I just don't think so. So those are the cups. Now, important to recognize, these are the only cups. So we're not going to have the Great Ultra Master like you were saying. So if you don't want to take part in this, does that mean you're not going to take part in GBL? Like, people are going to be playing it. They might do it begrudgingly a little bit, but I think that this is a nice little shakeup. And this is a 3-week long season. So this is very, very experimental. They're just doing it for a limited time. I just encourage everyone to give it a shot. I understand the resources, people not wanting to invest Stardust into Kanto Pokemon because they may not have
that much usability outside of the Kanto Cup. Will this be something that's recurring where they could use it again? That's why Pokemon like Skarmory or Altaria or Azumarill were so valuable, because you could use them across so many different metas. You got such a good value for your, Stardust investment. Here, I'm not so sure. But having the outlook, like you said, just have fun, it makes total sense. And I think that's probably why Niantic did this, especially knowing that you have to win in order to rank up. So it's like it really just changes everything and makes battlers approach it completely different. But now let me move on to a couple of the other details here. So walking requirement still disabled. That made a lot of people happy. Obviously, we're still in pandemic. We've had a bunch of pandemic shit roll back, but they're keeping for Season 5, the 3 weeks, the walking requirement still disabled. Remote friend battles will remain at Good Friends, and don't forget, you could always scan the QR code regardless of where you are for remote battles. That's easy. Pikachu Libre, still gated behind rank 10. End-of-season rewards are going to be very similar to Season 4, with Stardust for ranks 1 through 3, and Stardust TMs and Premium Battle Pass for ranks 4 through 10. One of the biggest changes to Season 5 is going to be the return of legendary Pokemon to the GBL reward track. Now, this is huge. But this time, it's beginning at rank 7. I believe, wasn't it last time it was at rank 4? I think it was rank 4, when Landorus was here.
It was pretty low.
It was lower, right?
It was lower.
So that excited a lot of people. I mean, people were super happy about that. It was exceptionally welcomed because the more casual PvP battler and the rural trainer, they had opportunities to get legendaries that they couldn't get because they didn't have gyms to raid at or a raid party or a squad to go out and do these raids. So it was an opportunity for them to get it. Rank 7 in GBL, especially now with how competitive it is, it's really tough. Really, really tough to get to rank 7. And perhaps this win-based ranking system will change that, but I don't know. I think it's going to be harder than you might think to get to rank 7 in this shortened season, but we'll have to see. Now, the other thing that's a little bit discouraging is, yes, legendaries are coming back, but it's only for Season 5. So it's only for this 3-week window that legendaries will be back in GBL reward track. That's a little bit of a bummer.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I just think that there could have been, I hate to say shoulda, woulda, coulda, right? But I think there's a way that they could have approached this a little different that wouldn't get the community so bothered. Now, this is what I would do. I say, put it back to rank 4, right? Make it rank 4. That way it's accessible. The ability for people to get these legendaries is at least the door is open to a lot more people because you get to rank 4. But like how they do eggs when they're if you're lucky, you might hatch a shiny dino or whatever the fuck it is, 2% chance. Keep it at rank 4. Put that legendary Pokemon in that reward pool. Just make it super fucking rare. So it's if you want to get it, you can get it, but you're not going to get it if you only do one set a day. This could potentially encourage people to do more and more sets, even if they play casually, because they know they at least have the option and the ability to get that legendary at rank 4.
I love it.
I don't know. I just think that this is a great thing. Legendary's coming back. It's sad, and a lot of people are definitely bummed knowing that it's just going to be here for 3 weeks and then goes away. And, Season 6 is supposed to be a complete shakeup. So who the fuck knows what's happening for Season 6? But they said specifically that these legendaries are only here for Season 5. As per usual with the new season, we do have some move changes. Incinerate is being added. This is a fire fast attack that will initially only be available to Kanto, Rapidash, Typhlosion, Ho-Oh, Unova, Darmanitan, and Chandelure. Maybe we'll see some Rapidash action in the Kanto Cup with this move. You never know. I don't know why they're hyping up Kanto Rapidash specifically. It's kind of funky.
I know, right? Okay, let's just
right?
everybody play Rapidash. Let's go.
Poison Sting, the poison type fast attack, has also been updated to generate more energy, which is going to help out Pokemon like Drapion, Whirlipede, Vespiquen, just to build energy quicker and fire off more charge attacks. So that's good for them. And then finally, Flame Charge will now be teachable to, Kanto, Rapidash, Entei, Emboar, and Chandelure. So we have, 3 moves kind of, either being added or available to new Pokemon. So there's a lot going on here. There's a lot here for Season 5. Some very positive, some kind of funky. I don't know how this is actually going to go. I'm very, very intrigued to see how, like, the loud, vocal, angry PvP community on Twitter handles this. Because it's like they're already saying, like, fuck the Catch Cup. It's the worst concept ever. Like, I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it.
Then don't do it.
There's no other option. But there's no other option in GBL. You tell me that, a fabled fucking GBL battler is going to take 2 weeks off or take a week and a half off? I don't think so. I can't wait. I can't wait to see what people think. But I love Legendaries coming back. I think it could have been handled a little bit differently, but I do love Legendaries coming back. I really, really like the shakeup of the cups, personally. I'm not bothered by the Catch Cup requiring Stardust. Again, I'm sitting on fucking 15 million Stardust. I'm an outlier. I'm not worried about it, but I'm definitely an outlier there. Kanto Cup, it's, as far as a limited meta goes, it's as straightforward as you could possibly get.
Or if you're like me and that use Arbok.
You're excited, right? And the Little Cup, I'm very excited for the Little Cup. I think it's going to be dumb, but fun. You're probably not even going to be able to use fucking charge moves. It's just going to be like fast move, fast move, fast move, fast move, KO. Like, it's going to be interesting. So we've done these in our Friday night fights. We've had like straight up baby Pokemon tournaments where like all the CPs are like 200, 300, 400, and the battles are so fucking quick. So I'm very interested to see how the advanced battlers approach all of these, because it's such a departure from what we're used to. But what about you, man? What stands out to you? Like, are you more excited for the Kanto Cup or the Little Cup?
I'm actually excited for the third one.
The Catch Cup?
The Catch Cup, yeah. Because it puts everybody at the same playing field.
Yeah, and if you're a grinder and you play hardcore, you're still going to have an advantage because you'll have a bigger pool of Pokemon to pick from. It's if someone catches 20 Pokemon a day versus someone that catches 1,000 Pokemon a day, that's what'll give people the edge. So there is still an angle. But I definitely love all this shit because it's a shakeup, and we need it.
And we need it now.
Yes. But Adam, that was a lot of information. Why don't we take a little break? When we come back,
all right, let's do it.
We can, we can talk about the APK Mine and do a little Lugia Ray Guide and Battle Party. Sound good?
Sounds fan-flippin-tastic.
All right, everyone. We'll be back right after this.
Look at my back, because we're back.
Yeah! All right, we're back from our break. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate
don't
it.
even know what just happened.
All right, little housekeeping to get through before the ass of the show. This podcast is powered by Patreon. Please check ours out over at patreon.com/PokemonProfessor, where you can support this show for as little as $1 a month. That $1 will get you access to our patron-exclusive Discord, which is a fantastic place filled with fantastic people. And I want to give a huge shout out to our show supporter tier patrons: Ace Trainers, Alex, Andrew, Brian, Brittany, Chad, Chris, DJ Banks, Garrett, G-Stacks87, Griggle788, Harry, James, Jason, JJ, Mackle, Joltswitch, Josh, Lynchbot, Malachi, Mike, Mpits, PokeNabBot, Purple Pancake, Sam, Smeatwad, The Noise, and Wood Woos Wolf. Thank you all for your support. We appreciate it greatly. Huge shout out to our gym leaders: Dig Dug Rob, Jamal, Michael, Talon, Tish, and TN Comics Wiz. Thank y'all so incredibly much. Did I forget Jolt? Did I say Jolt Switch? Oh, I did say Jolt Switch. He messaged me. He's like, you forgot me the other day. All right, I may want to make sure I got you.
Oh, don't do that. Oh,
and of course, I know, right? A ton of love to our executive producer, Paul Bott. And if Patreon isn't your thing, no big deal. There's still a couple other ways you can help us out. If you're listening on YouTube, you can subscribe to the channel, like, comment, turn on notifications, all that shit. And if you're listening via a podcast service like Apple Podcasts, you can leave us a review. All right, awesome. One small bit of miscellaneous news. We didn't talk about this last week, how when the strange eggs came out and we had the rotation of shiny shadows with the team leaders, they fucked up and didn't turn the shinies on. So
See, that's
it's
where I
kind of
thought
old
you were
news now.
going when you started talking about JT, because JT, I remember like tweeting something out and asking about it.
Well, he, because he went like a fucking madman. So what Niantic did was to say sorry was they gave everyone a box with 3 rocket radars and then some other goodies. Now, for me, I didn't buy any rocket radars, but I did probably 7 or 8 team leaders. So I didn't buy anything, but I definitely invested a lot of time, and I did them because I wanted the shinies. So what Niantic did was they said, here's 3 rocket radars back. So for players that didn't go after them at all, this was great. 3 rocket radars, fucking bonus. But for people that, probably listen to this podcast and play a little bit more hardcore, or even the fucking mad people out there like JT Valor, 3 rocket radars isn't doing shit. If you, went out and bought 40 rocket radars. So a little weird. Niantic, I don't want to say they're prone to errors like this, but things happen like this. It's a live service game. Shit fucking happens. I just don't know if the 3 rocket radars, I just don't know.
You don't know if it's enough. Well, it was a nice gesture. But it's like nobody really knows how long it was off.
But yeah, correct. And also, no one really knows the average. Like Niantic has all the data. They could say like, all right, well, yeah, JT Valor did 20,000 of these things, but this group of 20,000 trainers did 0. So the average is 3. So we'll give everyone 3 rocket radar. I don't know. I don't know how they came to that number. I just don't know how I feel about it. I mean, I definitely would feel worse if I bought rocket radars. I would be pissed. But I didn't buy them, so it didn't hurt. Doesn't sting too bad. All right, we have one very quick listener email. This one from Mitch Cooks Gravy. He says, Mitch Cooks Gravy. His name is Mitch. His screen name is Cooks Gravy. He says, hi guys, just emailing to say hi. How long do you think Lugia with Aeroblast will be popular in raids? Are you guys still in for the long run or what? So, this will probably, for me, it'll probably be, I'll rate it until I get the shiny. I already have 2 shiny Lugia. I don't need it, but I do want the shiny with Aeroblast. I don't think that it's going to be a game changer as far as its move, but I mean, I'm in for the long haul, meaning I'll play, I'll do my, free raid a day, I'll do Lugia, but, after I get the shiny, I typically will give up on using remote passes after that. Like, I had the shiny Darkrai, but when I got another one, it was like, all right, that's it. I'm done. I'm not spending any more on remote passes. I'll hold for Lugia. So, but Adam, you said you don't have the shiny, or you do?
For Lugia? No, I have a shiny.
For Lugia.
Yeah, I think I have a couple of them.
All right. But, I mean, are you going to go, what's your deal? Are you going to go after this, or?
No. I mean, yeah. I might accept an invite or 2, but I'm not crazy about it.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are in that same boat. If they already have the shiny, I think that I don't know if Aeroblast is enough for people to get excited again about it. So, we'll have to see. We'll have to see. I mean, a lot of people were loving Darkrai, and that was around for a bit, so we'll have to see. But let's dig into this APK real quick. So, this is 0.191.1. This was performed by PokeMiners, and our typical APK Mine disclaimer. Everything we're about to talk about was found in the APK. None of it's confirmed by Niantic. Any of this stuff can change at any time. This stuff could never see the light of day. It was just found in the code. It could be false. Also, data mining is against the terms of service. Reporting on said data mine is not. So that being said, we had a small APK, but there's a ton of exciting stuff in it. So there was also a lot of stuff that was obfuscated, so that all the data isn't really there. Or at least it slowed the rollout of info from PokeMiners. But this is some of the cool shit that was in there. Locking temporary and permanent mega evolutions. Now, what the fuck does this mean? So we don't really know what locking a temporary evolution means. I don't know if this is costume related
That
or
could
event
be.
related.
Well, see, thinking about it in a battling sense, where you would need it to stay like it as a mega, so you'd be able to battle with it. So I think like even if like so if you, I think technically in my brain this is what I'm thinking is if you jumped into a battle and let's say it's hour 8, what happens? Does it just
Okay.
turn into the other one? No. So it, like
That's
when
interesting.
you
That's
when you
interesting.
lock
Okay.
it into the battle, it's stuck. It's stuck as the mega until that battle concludes.
Gotcha. That does make sense, but the locking temporary evolution is a separate line than permanent mega evolution. Why would there be something in there for permanent mega evolution? Does that mean they're I don't think.
Stardust.
What do you mean? Spend Stardust to remain
Yeah.
mega evolved?
It forces you to play
no.
the game. It forces you to catch more Pokemon. It forces you to do
That's
more
what
of the
mega energy's
things.
for.
Yeah.
No, but
That's the
we'll
temporary.
have to see what. Yeah, we'll have to see what all this fucking means. Who knows? You're going to be able to see Mega Evolution Pokemon in your friends list. I like this. You know, kind of how you're scrolling through your friends list now and you can see like people that have sent gifts with stickers. Like you have that little indicator. So apparently there's going to be some indicator if that person has a Pokemon that's Mega Evolved. So that way, if I'm raiding, someone has something Mega Evolved, that probably means they're actively playing or looking for raids. And I'm also going to want to invite people that have the Mega Evolution to give my party and the people I'm raiding with a boost. So I think that's pretty cool. A few things for Mega Pokemon were in there, like bonus candy from catching Pokemon is the same type as your Mega. We talked about that last week, as well as CP overrides for events, like when they did the Beedrill thing. Beedrill was boosted and had CP boost. Gengar had CP boost, so that's what that is. There's also going to be a toggle for Megas in PvP, and I think this is really interesting because that might mean that for like GBL or for like friendly battles, maybe you'll have the option to bring Megas or to say I don't know, but interesting that it's in there. Next up, we have extra large candy. Now, this was seen in the code forever ago. People are like, what the fuck is this? But it looks like we now have like actual assets. And potentially you can earn this extra large candy when you feed berries to gym defenders. Like, you know how you would get a candy like 1 out of every 80 times or something like that, you get a candy.
Yeah.
Maybe you get extra large candy from that, as well as potentially a reward for when you transfer Pokemon to Pokemon Home. So we'll have to see where that all comes from. Who knows? But speaking of home, there is some other stuff in there in the APK regarding the transporter and how that transporter energy will work. Remember, we talked about there being some kind of like cooldown period for transferring Pokemon to home. So it looks like they're going to be the transporter will have its own energy bar. That energy will charge at least every hour, but we still don't know how it's going to work. But there is also something in there that says that higher level Pokemon may cost more to transport. So that's going to be weird too. Meaning you transfer your 10 CP level 1 Weedle, it costs X energy. But if you transfer, your level 38 maxed out Lugia, that might cost more energy out of that transporter's energy pool. We'll have to see. Too early to say. What else do we have here? Optional and mandatory quests. Don't know what the fuck that is. Maybe something related to a story. Pokemon tag settings. You're going to be able to tag Pokemon in different ways outside of just nicknames. So maybe you could tag them with a certain color or say, this is my PvP Pokemon. Who knows? But something in there for Pokemon tagging. With
some shapes like a triangle, a square, a circle.
Yeah. There's also something in there about unopened gifts, maybe an update with how we send gifts. I don't know, or I just don't know. It's just something in there about unopened gifts. And we talked about this last week about us having more information of how that Pokemon was acquired. Like they call it the history origin. So I caught this Pokemon here. I caught this at a raid. I hatched this. However you got it, you'll have a little bit more information on that. Some of that data was in there. And then potentially something for a way to keep track of your rocket balloon encounters. So maybe like a new badge coming for rocket balloon encounters. Don't know, but that's in there as well. So there's a ton of shit here. Lots of stuff. I'm most excited, I think, for Home. Because seeing this
the integration with Home is going to be phenomenal.
Yeah, like it's finally coming. It's finally coming. I just want more to do. And I think that Home will open up a new way to engage with the game, because then I could use Pokemon Go as the vessel of filling out my Pokemon Home national dex. And that's going to be exciting. So that's probably how I do it, because I don't have Pokemon Bank. I don't have, like I was cleaning up my games today. I found like my old fucking, Pokemon Red and Pokemon Blue. I found all my old GBA games and DS games. I was like, man, if I really went back in, I'd have to like do a lot of maintenance and box work to get these Pokemon up to Home. I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna do it from Go. So it's like that's exciting for me. But and the rocket balloon badge, I like that too, because I'll always do the rocket balloons every time. But anything stand out to you here?
No, just the integration with Home, like I said.
Yeah,
that's all I want. That's all I like.
All right. Well, Adam, last part of the show here. It's that time.
Battle party. Ooh, ooh. Battle party. Ooh, ooh.
You didn't even work into that. You just went for it. Just went for it. I like it. I'm partying. All right. Hit me with the Lugia raid guide and battle party.
So Lugia is a psychic flying legendary Pokemon that comes in at a whopping 45,925 CP. It is weak to dark, electric, ghost, ice, and rock types. It's difficult to trio, but you should be fine for raid parties of 4 and 5. The addition of Aeroblast has shaken up the move pool a bit, but Lugia is still lacking a solid fast move. So it just doesn't have a good rounded out move set. Extra Sensory and Aeroblast is a great moveset to use against other flying types, or something like Venusaur that's going to be weak to both Psychic and Flying. Lugia's weak attack stat keeps it well behind other flyers like Moltres or even Honchkrow. I would look out for Extra Sensory Aeroblast or Extra Sensory Hydro Pump. There was an update to the stats of the move as found in the code by the PokeMiners.
Yeah, well, one thing important here to say is in PvP, there is a 12.5% chance of it proccing a +2 to the user's attack. So while this might not be the best move, if you're a gambling person, it might be worth it because it has the 2-stage attack buff potential. 12, more than 10% of the time, 12.5% chance. So that's pretty solid, in my opinion.
100% catches are 2,115 at level 20, and if it's weather boosted, it's going to be 2,645, and that's in windy weather. We're going to look at Pokebattler for our counters, and we'll also be ignoring shadows. If you have shadow Pokemon with frustration TM'd away, check out Pokebattler for the complete list. But we're going in top tier down to the bottom. We've got Mega Gengar with Lick and Shadow Ball, Mega Houndoom, Snarl and Foul Play, Zekrom, Charge Beam Wild Charge, Darkrai with Snarl and Shadow Ball, Origin Giratina, Shadow Claw and Shadow Ball, Rhyperior, Smackdown Rockwrecker. Some other attackers you can use is Galarian Darmanitan, Raikou Weavile, Magnezone, Electivire, and Rampardos. Ken, what are you bringing?
So this is a perfect opportunity to use the Mega Gengar or Mega Houndoom. So I always like when there's an event for a Pokemon and then the next raid boss that comes out gives you the opportunity to use it, so I'm going to capitalize on that. My number one slot, my lead slot, will definitely either be Mega Gengar or Mega Houndoom. I love now strategizing with the people that I'm inviting to raids to bring certain Pokemon if there's a Mega in the party. So if I'm bringing, Mega Gengar, I want other people to bring Ghost stuff. Or if you know what I mean? Like there's certain times that you want to plan this stuff out. So it really depends on what other people are bringing too. But number 1 slot, definitely Mega Gengar or Mega Houndoom. I've got 3 decent Zekroms. I know they're electric. They're not going to be helped out by the Megas at all. But I do have 3 good Zekroms. I'll bring those. And 2 Darkrai, 1 being a shiny because I want to flex it a little bit. So I got my Mega Gengar or Houndoom, 3 Zekrom, 2 Darkrai with one of them being a shiny. Not too much flash here. A very, very functional battle party here that I put together.
All right. And I will be bringing 100% Rhyperior, Electivire, and Mega Gengar. And then, sadly, I have to bring 2 Giratina that are 90% origin form, and then a Zekrom at 93%, because it's the only one I have.
Poor Adam doesn't get to bring 6 hundos.
I'm sorry.
That really breaks your heart.
It does. It seriously does.
No, I mean, I'll invite you to some Lugia. I mean, I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how people react to this. I think people are going to go after it. I really do. Lugia is a classic, so
that's what I've heard.
Was it? Forgot what.
Maybe it was bird is the word. I don't know.
Bird. I wish I had a tally, but this might be the 5th time Lugia has come back around. So, new players, good. Veteran players, it's like old hat. So, we'll have to see. But Adam, that's a show. We did it.
That is in fact a show.
Yeah, and considering it's the next day, I think we should wrap up so I can go to sleep.
All right, let's get to sleep.
Exhausted.
Right, and I've got my first day of remote learning, and that's going to be exciting.
Adam, you're so nervous about this remote learning, Adam. You're going to be fine.
I'm going to be fine. I'll do it.
It's gonna be fine. But everyone, thank you so much for checking out the show. We really appreciate your time and ears. Please check out luredup.com for everything going on with the show, and PokemonProfessor.com for everything going on with the network. You can email us just like Cook's Gravy did, info@luredup.com. You can leave us a voicemail, text, or video, or whatever, 732-835-8639. But Adam, that's it.
That is it.
I think that's it. Is that it?
Yep. That's it.
Keep training, trainers. Appreciate y'all. See everyone next week.